I know it may not be required, but would you introduce
Sure,
yourself?
absolutely. My name is Bryan Smith, and I have the pleasure to serve over at Lebanon County Christian Ministries.
Okay, and then you just proceed with your...
Yeah, so we are due for our annual Emergency Food Assistance Grant Program agreement. As the food bank here in Lebanon County, that is another process that you've approved in the past. We do handle emergency food distribution. This program is a once-a-week distribution. There's a couple different ways to handle it. It's handled differently across the Commonwealth. We do a prepackaged bag system where individuals can come on a Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. It is a federal entitlement program that's passed through the state down to us at the local level, and there are requirements. One of the requirements is that individuals who access the program must self-declare that they're 130% of the poverty threshold. It appears that is going to be moving in the direction of 150% very shortly, and there's still some push to have that move to 180%. We would support that, as we know that 10% of Lebanon County is living in poverty, but another 27% are living in ALICE, the asset limited income constrained. So we definitely want to see us have the availability to serve more individuals. We continue to look at the program and ways to improve it, improve the quality of the product that's going out. We're currently in the process of looking at a healthy pantry initiative and a healthy donation policy that allows us to refuse products that may not be healthy, and we struggle to frankly distribute, and we want to make sure we're getting healthy options out there. Last fiscal year, we served 4,368 adults, 3,052 children, and 2,581 individuals that are designated as being 60 or older. Total households served of 4,254. Many times when we look at numbers, we want to show you how many we're serving, and our goal really is that we start to reduce the numbers that we serve through programs like this. By sustainability programs, and as we're in the middle of a strategic planning process, sustainability is certainly something that we're focusing on as an organization, and partnerships and collaborations that allow us to enhance long-term sustainability of those in our community, better paying jobs, and many other items that go with that, mainly focusing on a relational walk with individuals. This is obviously one portion of the programs that we do. Food in general, just while I'm here, a quick update from last fiscal year. We distributed a total of 366,000 pounds of food, serving 925 different households. The pounds that went to those households out of our pantry was 130,000. It's an average of 141 pounds of grocery order to each one of those families. 2,269 individuals served. Probably the biggest impact that we've had through COVID has been twofold. One is we had a significant reduction in the number of people that were being served in the pantry. It was kind of like a head scratcher, I think, for many folks, but when we talked to people across the Commonwealth and we talked to the Commonwealth themselves, that was a consensus across the entire state, was that 25 to 50% reduction in the amount of food that was leaving pantries. Obviously, the increase in SNAP benefits and maximizing the SNAP benefits, many different other emergency relief programs, we think contributed to that. We are seeing a slight uptick in the last couple of weeks as some of those benefits have been eliminated. The other piece that we've seen is a huge increase in the number of free new meals that we've been distributing. Our new meal program has been in the congregate setting, so guests come inside, and the state's food purchase program required that food be served on site, consumed on site, and not taken off site. There's no seconds. During COVID, that transitioned to a takeout environment. It's been extremely costly to us to be able to provide the takeout containers, as they're not approved for state food purchase program dollars. And we saw a significant uptick. So we've been averaging, in the last 2 weeks, about 225 guests in the 1 hour of the free new meal, where pre-COVID in the congregate setting, we were averaging about 100 to 130. Those numbers have been up and down, but it's been very consistent of recent. And my staff know our guests that come, and we've seen some new faces. So we are targeting to get back to the inside environment, hopefully in November. We're just assessing our volunteers' willingness to serve in that capacity, and obviously our guests' comfort with coming in to receive food. So that's just a really short synopsis of on our food side of the house and what we have going on. And happy to entertain any questions. I think you have the agreement. It's a standard agreement from the state for another 5 years, and if we get that executed, we'll be back in business.
Motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the agreement with Lebanon County Christian Ministries to serve as our coordinator for the TEFAP program. I do have a question.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Commissioner?
Thank you. The 4,254 households that are served, does that include outlying pantries like Joy and?
Yeah, so two things there, Commissioner. It's important to understand what a food bank is and what a pantry is and how the TEFAP program kind of fits into that. I've loved to give this analogy. Our food bank is like a bank. When you go to the bank, you can cash a check, deposit a check, get a loan. So our food bank, that's where our big bulk of stuff is. So our food bank is supplied through state food purchase dollars of food, as well as donations, as well as some of this TEFAP product. A pantry is like an ATM. You put your MAC card in, you get cash out. It's where the rubber meets the road. So Joy Pantry, Caring Cupboard, there's some other church-based pantries that are out there. Some of those are ones that we support and help serve as a food bank. The TEFAP food comes in a separate process. It's entitlement, it's federal program. Those foods then get distributed out to some of those pantries, and when those pantries distribute that food, then they report that back to us.
So those numbers are
So
included?
those numbers are included as TEFAP, but they may not reflect equally to what they're maybe doing in their pantry.
Oh,
So it's two different reporting mechanisms that
okay.
It can turn into a head scratcher.
But you are representing the whole
We
county?
are, absolutely, yep,
Okay.
yep.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, I just was curious.
Anything else from anyone else? Not all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Thank you.
Brian,
Thank you, good to see y'all.
have a good day.